Get him. And that's when you... Okay, wow. On the Patreon? Wait, can you see that?
Did I spit on you?
Pete Holmes spit on me.
I'm sorry.
You need to pay. This is why it's behind a paywall.
That's right. This is like OnlyFans.
Pete Holmes just spit on me.
I didn't mean to. You got me.
We're flying, yeah?
You
Okay.
flying on this hot B12 info?
The people want to know about it. Have you ever had a B12 injection into the butt?
Girl, yeah.
You have?
Of course.
I did it once, and I did it at a juice bar, and
said of course.
I felt scared for about a week.
Oh, it jacked you too much?
No, it literally did nothing.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I just got like an intravenous like needle at a Jamba Juice.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I understand. I've had dozens of those.
You
Because,
have.
yeah, I'm not proud, nor am I ashamed of this. But
Hey,
when
you're neutral. And you is, if you're listening to this, is Pete Holmes.
Hello.
Hi. This is Sorry What? It's an advice podcast from a bad listener just doing his best.
Sorry, comma what?
Sorry, comma what?
Is there a comma?
There's a comma and there's also a question mark.
Well,
There's a lot of punctuation in the title.
I find punctuation to be very funny.
I think it is,
It
right?
is, and delightful.
Colon. I'm
Colon is,
laughing.
colon, I'm already laughing.
Come on.
Semicolon? What happened to your butt?
Oh my, wait.
This guy's got a
hold on.
semicolon.
They also call half a boner a semi.
Semicolon.
Semicolon.
That seems
Is even
like
dirtier than colon.
Are there? I guess Macklemore is isn't he gay? Is he a gay rapper?
No.
Not that you have.
He's a famously white rapper, but I think a
Oh,
lot of
that's
people
what
would
it
call
is.
him gay. And also, if you're speaking of
Hot
calling,
riff.
516-900-4619. Call into this podcast with your problems.
Hot riff.
516-900-4619.
Hot riff. Is this live?
It's not live. No.
Oh, I see.
No. And most of the calls are bots
am
and
I-
actors.
Love need. What's the difference? Also,
Hey.
who is the gay rapper? Not that you're the. I'm not going to
Who's
do
the
that
gay-
to
No,
you.
do
But
it.
just as a young person.
Do it.
As a young, wonderful person.
If I ask you a Caucasian fact, you're going to tell me. And you're going to
If I want
smile.
a half Japanese fact,
Yeah.
I'm coming right to you.
Wait, okay.
I do that too on my
Yeah.
pod.
Do you
right
really?
by the mic. I think that's funny. We're
okay.
Sim.
I'm pro.
We're Sim City.
We're Sim. I want to say that I am pro. We're going off the rails.
Semicolon.
I
Put
haven't
your
even-
semi in my colon.
I haven't even had this off-brand Celsius, which I'm scared to try, but I've been inspired by having such
OBC.
an esteemed guest. We're lucky to have you. And I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to try this carbonated peach energy drink.
I'm that way. I'll save things.
Yeah.
This coffee says I'm showing up for Jared. You know what I mean? And this off-brand Celsius says,
It tastes salty.
yeah, I knew there was something up.
Interesting.
I knew you didn't like it.
Here's the thing. I feel like
I
every...
made it. I can tell you don't like it. Just tell me.
He knew. I feel like every Celsius needs a drop of water in it just to kind of like break it up. It's so... Do you
Can I
want to
get a
try this?
Celsius in water?
Do you care about trying this?
I don't want it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that's valid.
That's valid.
But I'll sip it slowly for sure.
I watched you drink it.
Yeah.
If you had been like,
Yeah.
yes.
It's
but
do you understand that it's salty? Do you feel that way? You've never had it.
Mo don't drink them.
Mo hasn't tried it.
Mo doesn't try it. What's the sod count? Sodium.
Sodium is... Oh, it doesn't say actually. There's maybe no... Oh, no, it does. 7%. Is that a lot? 170 milligrams of sodium?
That's not a lot.
It basically tastes like a peach Arizona, which is a delicious thing to taste like.
Can I say
Yeah.
ginseng? Remember the ginseng?
I never fucked with that.
Really?
I'm scared of it.
Like a B12 shot.
Yeah.
You might be right. I remember, I think this is one of my earliest, like, kind of addicty memories. My dad bought a case of ginseng Arizona iced tea.
Okay.
And I'm a kid, probably like 12, 13. And I just see it and I'm like, there's just a bunch of ginseng iced tea. Like, I don't think that's my dad's.
Yeah.
This doesn't end in him being mad.
Okay.
We never talked about it. But I did drink about like 4 or 5 of them and got ripped on ginseng and sugar and caffeine.
What is ginseng?
Ginseng is a root from your people. I'm just
Okay.
kidding. But it might be more Chinese medicine.
How is it different than ginger?
In that it has a stimulating effect, a focus, cognition, stimulation.
Okay.
I also think kind of like a ding dong.
Oh,
like a ding
okay.
dong. Everything blood
Wait, did that mean
flow.
pooping or boners?
This is my boner. Your boner doesn't go.
I thought because it was a kind of
This
a
is the
fart
sound of my boner.
sound.
No, listen carefully. That's a boner.
That's a boner. Okay.
Everyone
if I've
knows-
ever heard a boner,
Is a fart, but it's a boner.
that's the sound of the blood kind of like.
There's millions of people agreeing with
Yeah,
me.
I'm
right now.
imagining like Sprite in a test tube, like going like. We get it.
That's it.
We got there.
We got it.
We got there.
There's your clip.
Okay, so
There's your clip.
today on this podcast, we're gonna help 3 lucky people, and we're also gonna play one fun game, and then later we'll do maybe 10 minutes of a Patreon,
Oh,
and then you'll be out of here. You'll be on your way. All right.
Be
You
outta
keep looking
here.
at the door. I'm like, it's almost over. Okay.
I gotta go. I've got to go.
You gotta go.
I don't gotta go.
Wait. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What is
Wait.
it? What is it?
Fuck me.
What?
Fuck me.
What?
Okay.
You had something you wanted to do?
Yes. Okay. Do you remember? Okay. I just did your podcast last week.
Yes.
I had an incredible time.
Loved it.
We were talking about, I was talking about shopping for a car. And
Any car is a Tesla if you look at your iPad while you're driving?
Woo! Yes! That was a fun day. Wait,
Love.
did I tell you? Have I told you that right before I went on? We're talking about new faces at JFL.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Pretty wild, huh?
Can
the
a
folk come
festival
back?
die?
Yeah, it's kind of. Well, matter can never be destroyed or created.
That's
and that
right.
goes for JFL.
And JFL, time is an illusion, so all of them are happening simultaneously.
Yes.
So we're still there.
Oh my God.
Have a good set.
Thank you so much.
Don't be nervous. Maybe
No.
this is why this is very Arrival.
Wait, hold on. Wait, can we talk about Arrival?
Did you not see it?
Yes. And
'Cause
did you read the
me
short stories?
Telling you now to have a good set.
have a good
And then you
time?
did, but it was because of this.
Because of this.
Because it's all
Wait, did
happening
you
at
read
once.
Ted Chiang, like the short stories?
Am I a reader? Is that your question?
Did you?
I know, but I've seen the movie a bunch.
Okay, it's a
Like-
great movie, right?
It's a great movie, but is the book like really special?
It's a short story.
Oh.
And it's verbatim.
Short story, long movie.
Yeah, it's verbatim, the movie. It's so good.
Uh-huh.
Ted Chiang is the smartest man alive. He also wrote like it's a collection of short stories, and they're all sci-fi. One of them is like a limitless pill type story. It is.
I'm dead. Is it audio?
It must be. You have to listen to it, Ted. And
This
it's
is
spelled
me on your podcast because you
Go.
know I'm in that car.
Chiang. Ted Chiang.
Ted Chaing.
That is not what I said. That is not what I said. Are you stupid? Are you racist? Which one is it?
Can't it be both? CH.
IANG.
Can't it be both? Stories of your life and others?
Yes, that's the one.
This is so exciting, but it's not audio.
Is it not?
Fuck you.
You have to be able to find it.
Fuck you.
It's so great. But wait, before I went on for New Faces that you were hosting, I'm
Yes.
standing in the wings. I see Pete Holmes. I see Pete Holmes'
There he is.
butt.
There. What about it?
I'm just staring at your ass.
But
You're
like
hosting
it wasn't
the
like
show.
out or anything. It was just there.
No, it was just there.
Just there like a free ass.
Yes. And I was about to go on, and I was really nervous. I was excited, but I also, just right before you go on, you just get like, oh my God.
Well, that theater couldn't be bigger.
It was very big. It was very, very big and very pretty. And I wanted to vocalize my feeling.
Yeah.
So I turned to a stagehand who's sitting next to me, who was wearing a mask, and he's seated. And I turn to him and I go, I'm scared. And then he looks up at me, and through his mask, he goes, Pardon? Doesn't speak English.
I just have to don't
Like a cartoon chef. Pardon?
Scusi.
And it made me laugh, and it made me not scared.
So happy.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, and I've been very vocal about this. 2 things can be true. One, I'm grateful for Just for Laughs and what it did for me and being
When
a part of it.
when were you a New Face?
Zakanya.
I don't. In 1996, when Lion King came out, that was your way of telling me.
I played cards last night, and one of the guys at the table made the Lion King. It was really weird.
Who is it?
And at one point, we were playing.
Is it Tim Rice?
I don't remember. His name was Rob something. At one point, I was like, "All right, Mufasa, let's see what you got." And he didn't really laugh. And I was like, maybe he's tired
Oh,
of
because he thought.
being called Mufasa. Maybe I should have gone Scar.
All
All right,
that's
Scar.
incredible.
Facts. The thing that I was going to say, I know. And I asked him about the sex. Remember the scandal that the word sex is
Oh, it was in like the clouds.
in a cloud.
None of that was real, right?
It was real
Fuck.
because it's not real. But what it was apparently the guy that was doing the special effects, because that's a special effect for the movie, wrote SFX, like his department, and it looks like sex.
SEX.
Which, by the way, if that's true, I'm going to say that probably isn't true. That doesn't seem true. It doesn't have the ring of truth to me.
Yeah.
Seems like he wrote sex.
It seems like you wrote sex and
But
he knew how to get away with it.
That's what I mean. It almost takes my breath away that it's such a good, maybe not true excuse. It's like, no, I wrote SFX. It's almost like that's why he wrote sex. He's like, I could say I wrote 100%. SFX. You know what I mean?
Because I'm sure they're looking at SFX all caps all day long, and they're seeing it in their mind's eye all the time.
Well, they're visual people, and they're like, just put the foot on the F.
Whoa.
What's the F doing? Tree pose? F is an E doing tree pose. Okay? The guy with the least relatable. Bill Maher. New rule. F is an E doing tree pose.
You got it. You
cuts
need
to
an
the audience.
entry-level yoga knowledge. Did you ever do improv?
Have you taken one yoga class? You scream at an unlaughing audience. I did do improv.
Were you good at it?
I was, well, the reason I'm saying, I thought I was very good at it.
Yeah.
Then when I saw people who are truly
Wait, can you stop
good
for
at
1
it,
second?
Yeah.
Send me to jail. Pete Holmes has beautiful eyes. I'm getting lost in his beautiful eyes.
This is fun.
Cancel me.
You said when you did my podcast, because I told you I was 45 and you're like, you look great. And I've been holding it in my heart. I was
You're
like,
walking around.
walking like a Popeye, Popeye. Thank you.
Okay.
Dead. 3. The reason I hesitate is because when you see someone who's really good at improv,
Yes.
you're like,
Isn't it cool?
it's incredible.
It's so great. It's a magic trick.
But they're collaborative. They're like, you know
Yes.
what I was
You're
good at?
literally like so much
Yeah.
better than a stand-up comedian because you are so funny, but you're also like relaxed and listening and hearing and giving and sharing.
Preach.
Which I'm doing none of that.
You're doing all of that every moment of every day.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
What I was good at was having the confidence to move things forward.
Yeah.
Meaning I wasn't afraid. I believed in myself. So it was very good for the show. And I would score a lot. I don't know if I necessarily set other people up to score. I was probably...
Sure.
I was in college.
But also that's the thing too. It's like I've done very little improv. I took a lot of classes and it never stopped feeling like the first day.
Yeah.
I would literally bring a change of shirt because I would flop sweat so bad. But like I've done it maybe twice, like on a stage with other comedians.
Yeah.
It goes very badly every time. But my takeaway is always like, with stand-up, you kind of want to sit back in a certain way and let them come to you, I think.
Yeah.
But then with improv, you actually do want to run forward because the alternative is I sit on my impulses and then I overthink and I just end up watching an improv show for 90 minutes. And I'm like, no, you actually need to bulldoze and risk ruining a scene.
Yeah.
You have to risk ruining a scene.
It's very true. It's all risk. And
this comes from someone who has never once succeeded at improv. And I am telling you how to succeed at improv.
No, I get it. The most recent time I did it was years ago when I did a show called Crashing, and Lauren Lapkus and George Basil, who are both incredible improvisers, were on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just did a show at some little theater in New York. And I still think about how I fucked up some of those scenes.
Yeah.
Like it bothers me. So the stand-up stand-up is like a hoax.
Yeah.
In the good way.
Yeah.
It's someone who like goes like, okay, so there's things you can say, faces you can make, things you can do with your body that make people laugh. What if I just obsess about that and like front load 10 minutes of that and just go out and do it and everyone will be amazed?
It's front loaded.
It's a hoax.
Yeah.
In a good way. It's front loaded. It's a trick. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's the same. I sometimes backstage looking at my notes feel like a magician putting pigeons in my pocket or doves. And I'm just like, just act normal. It's a trick.
Yeah.
And improv is so much, I actually think stand-up that's more my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting stand-up down, but I think improv has a lot more like on the line and can be really magical when it works.
Oh, 100%. One time at a NACA, which I did not do very well. I did fine. Also, was a plot on Crashing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that you did NACA. You didn't do well. You did one.
I did know. I did a few, and I
Okay.
did fine, but I never had that. You always hear those stories about a good
standing out.
NACA. I didn't get that. Never happened. But one time I was I was sandwiched in between a like spoken word poet and a magician. And this is at like 11 a.m. At like
I want to know which day it was, because if it was 4 days,
I always got the bad day. I was
Yeah.
always at the end.
If you're at the end,
I
they've
was
already
the
spent their
last
money.
day.
They've already laughed.
And it's there's so many like factors involved that can
Yeah.
all just add up to nothing.
I did too. The first one, I got nothing.
Yeah.
And it's because I was on like a third or fourth of the fourth day. And I was
But
like,
just NAC, if you don't know, it's a convention for colleges. They all come. You all audition basically
yeah,
at a
National
market.
Association of Campus Activities, I think.
That sounds right.
So I know it's campus activities.
Yeah.
So it's the nerds, with respect, who
Yes.
want to plan the events for the other children.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the ones that are like, I want to have a high and tight bun.
Yeah, it's like the
and
least
plan.
fun people who are deciding what's fun for the school.
Which is why, remember when you were in college, you were like, why is there like a disco? It's because it's not the kids going to the things that plan the things.
No. But I'm backstage. I'm listening to a very traumatic poem,
Oh, good.
which I have to follow. And I'm
I'd like to riff on that, but it's tricky.
oh
But if it was just us, I'd be yelling.
Patreon, and we'll do it. I am backstage, and I am locked eyes staring into the eyes of a dove, a living dove that is the magician's, and I'm just hearing this poem. Honestly, like, it's kind of like it's almost like some sort of political dream or something. You got a dove, you got this poem, but it's like, but I'm supposed to do stand-up comedy in front of like 19-year-olds in like Covington, Kentucky.
Sure.
And it was a very like, isn't comedy so weird? I'm looking at this dove, I'm listening to this thing, I'm about to perform.
Sent me back. Before I figured out that you shouldn't do this, I used to say yes whenever somebody would, like my agents or somebody would ask me as a newer comedian to open for like someone cool.
Yeah.
And the money was always terrible and you'd like break even.
Yeah.
But it was Martin Short. I'm a huge Martin Short fan.
Who's
I'm
on Kimmel right now, and he's doing Jiminy Glick.
I can't. I know, I've been watching the clips.
I love it.
The Jiminy clips.
Jiminy Glick is so important, and I'm so glad that other people. I mean, I don't think I invented Jiminy Glick, but just to see like my friends and peers also being like, Jiminy Glick is the shit, and he made it, and he's the reason I blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see that.
You mean that everyone caught up to your forever love of Jiminy Glick?
No, that they were also kind of quietly for years loving Jiminy Glick, and no one's talking about
Facts.
Jiminy Glick.
Here's what happened. I got an offer to open for Martin Short. Let's say it was $500.
Yeah.
I'm living in LA, so it couldn't have been that long ago. But 2010 probably. That's a goodly length. That's 14 years ago. Mm-hmm. But I was like, okay, I'll fly to San Francisco. Then I rented a car, drove to the venue, which means there's your $500. That's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to get to open for Martin Short.
Martin Short.
Yeah.
Worth it.
And I'm not saying but in my mind, have you ever caught yourself having these feelings where you're like, I'm going to be interlocked with him, like arm in arm,
100%,
skipping through a field,
yeah.
And he's just going to be going like, people say I'm the funniest, but you're the funniest. Like that's what I think is going to happen.
That was a good Martin Short.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
first try.
The spirit was there.
There's something about it.
Yeah,
I find. Like
yeah, there's a lot of that.
That was A+.
That was good. Yeah.
I can't. Anyway, I go out, and I know this now. You maybe have already figured this out, but I'm gonna frame it as advice. If someone like a Ray Romano, Martin Short, just like someone from a different generation than you, a little bit older is what I'm saying,
mm-hmm.
Asks you to open, just know that the crowd is going to be closer to their age than your age. Seems so obvious.
Sure.
But I'm like, it's Martin Short. That transcends. It's going to be like doing a fucking cool show downtown or something.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's jazzy night out jackets, like sparkling shoulder pads and like blush and they don't want me.
Yeah, no.
They don't. And I'm going out there and I'm like, now I would know how to play it. You do your clean stuff and you probably make fun of the fact that they don't want to be watching you right now.
Yes.
You have fun. But I went out, I played it wrong. I didn't do well.
I bet you're pretty clean.
At the time, I think I was clean 100%. It's probably why I got the gig.
Yeah.
They wanted a clean opener. At the time, I was 100% clean. And then, but I did very badly, and I felt humiliated. And before the show, I did meet him, but I remember he was in this enormous dressing room. It was like the floor of a hotel had been emptied of all rooms, and that's how I remember it. It was probably a trauma response. Anyway, I go up, I do so poorly, and you're just dead. It's like you eat a orb of smoke, and it just erupts in your belly, and you're just sad and slow and stodgy. And
oh my God, the way you're slow, you're literally slow. Like everything is like moving at 1.25 speed around you.
That is exactly correct. And I feel so sad. You feel like a dummy. It's like a date. Yeah. I thought I had a date with Martin Short.
Yeah.
And I thought we were going to fall in love.
Yeah.
And then I realized I'm just like, he was not rude or dismissive or anything of me. He was very cordial and nice. But like, we weren't hanging out. And then you start feeling like a fool. And then I do badly.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then he went out. And as soon as he went out, he did this bit where he goes, they're going nuts. You ever bomb so bad that when you hear them going nuts for someone else?
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's just
horrific.
Like, oh, it's a great crowd.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm the worst.
Oh my God.
I'm the worst.
My first like Zoom show during the pandemic, I didn't understand how like it worked. So I thought I was not going to hear any laughter, and that was fine.
Yeah.
So I do my material, and I'm like, you're not going to hear any laugh. That's perfectly fine. It's just a monologue. Like probably like 5 minutes into the set, that's probably like 7 minutes long.
If you
start
say
hearing
you
a
heard laugh,
and I realize, oh, I've been bombing for 5 minutes. Oh, I thought I wasn't supposed to hear laughs.
Turns out I wasn't on mute. They could hear me. Here's the worst part, though. He goes out by the way, I think he's wonderful. I really think he might be the funniest person that ever lived. Maybe certainly one of them.
Truly.
Maybe
it's so amazing.
But certainly one of them.
Arrested Development. He plays. Is it the general or whatever? The sergeant.
I preferred him on the morning show.
Is he on the morning show?
Yeah, that's a hot take.
Oh.
He was fine on it, but that show is not.
Oh, I see.
Nobody
went right over my head.
No. But somebody was going, ha ha!
Someone crashed their car because they were laughing so hard at that.
And they died.
It wasn't
happy.
me and it wasn't Mo. I'll say that.
No, and I feel fine about it. But he goes out, again, keep in mind, I'm saying he's the funniest person alive.
100%.
And he goes, it's so great to be here. And then the note plays indefinitely. Like the joke is it's a track, but we didn't know. And I'm like, fuck you. Like it's killing.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking stupid. Like, cause I'm so vulnerable and sad.
Yeah.
And then
everything's a personal attack.
Exactly. And then he's doing great, as he should. And I'm like, should I stay? But you feel like such a bitch. I know. And I look over, and there's the Glick mask on a table.
Is it just like a big chin, a strap-on
chin?
It's
a huge pelican stuffed with fish chin. I drooled.
Hey, I'd be drooling too looking at that.
What a gracious rep.
What if I had donuts?
I love that. I know.
Touch?
The mountain of glaze.
Yeah.
The Glick glazed.
Yeah.
Did you see him with Bill Hader? I'm like,
I did.
I would have eaten the donut. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my God, you have to eat a donut. You're sitting there with him.
Glick
you
gave
have
you a
to.
donut. Eat the donut. Eat the donut.
Oh,
or try and get him to eat 1,000.
Did you see the Sean Hayes one?
No.
His first question was, would you ever do a sitcom?
It's too good. Did you see the Bill Maher one?
The which one?
Bill Maher.
No, I need to see it.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh my God,
Bill was really good at it.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a skill to like.
Oh yes.
Being.
Oh my God.
Not too much. Like
yes,
you don't want to ruin it by like, all right, Martin.
Yes.
You know
Larry David's was interesting because he got really antagonistic with him in a way that I think worked, but it was also just you don't see a lot.
Seinfeld's was weird too because Seinfeld is like, I don't understand. Like I'm doing very well. And he's like, Jerry, what is your deal? And he's like, okay, weird. He kind of like won.
Yes.
Like Seinfeld won.
But you don't want to win.
You don't want to win.
No, you're
Winning
there to be domed.
Losing.
Yeah.
You're there to be domed.
Yes.
Lick the boot, Jerry.
Yeah.
Lick of the boot.
Lick the boot.
Why am I licking a boot? That's where it's the thing closest to the ground.
And I think that is a gorgeous piece of advice, lick the boot, to launch us into our first voicemail.
WVM. YW. I don't know.
I think it's WTF.
With Mark Maron.
Okay, you have to put the headphones on to hear the voicemail.
Lick the boot.
So let's hear it.
I'm going to go around the rest of the day feeling like I have lovely eyes, which I really appreciate it. It's sweet.
Look, I know eyes.
What are you doing?
Okay.
I know eyes.
I know eyes.
The eyes have it.
And they have it. Okay, let's
Hey, Jared.
You fixed it.
Hey, Jared. So basically, there's this car that parks in front of my house all the time. It'll park there for like days at a time.
Yes.
And the alarm on the car will go off like once every 4 hours for like 90 seconds. The alarm's going off. So I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to take care of this situation. I've left a note before, which was pretty innocuous. I just said, your alarm, I think your car alarm is broken. Could you fix it? Maybe that's not that innocuous.
I like that moment of self-doubt.
Continues to park there. What do I do? Give me your advice. Thanks so much.
Oh, she's from the Midwest. We realized at the end.
How so? Oh,
Just something about that thanks so much felt like I was eating corn at Cracker Barrel.
it felt nice.
Could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
Could be wrong.
I'll tell you are wrong.
Really?
I actually do know where they were calling from.
But do you know where they're from?
I do. You're still wrong. It's okay though. We're here.
Yeah.
It's
We're
not
here to
about being
learn.
right.
We're here to learn.
My first idea.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, there you go.
There's your promo. Sorry, what?
We got it.
Hi, this is Pete Holmes. You're listening to Sorry, what?
And hi, this is Jared Goldstein. Keep it crispy.
We almost called the podcast Keep It Crispy.
Did you really?
Fun facts no one wants.
Wow.
I'm so glad we went with You Made It Weird because nobody sees Keep It Crispy, the podcast. I really did. This is, sorry, a small tangent. We're going to get to this problem. I went through like a brief.
If we don't help one single soul today, that's
good.
fine.
I, for a week, thought saying Keep It Crispy was literally the funniest thing anyone has ever said.
Really?
I couldn't stop
It was just,
saying
yeah,
it.
you were just tickled by it.
It was like almost mania. And then my manager, Dave, was like, don't call it Keep It Crispy. And I was like, thank you. Like, owe you, bud.
Okay.
I owe you, bud.
Wait, what was the origin of Keep It Crispy?
I don't know if I owe you 10%, but I owe you something. How about a firm handshake? Just kidding. I don't know. I think
just pure silliness.
Yeah, maybe just pure silliness.
Yeah.
And a vague awareness that I think like crisp is good. Crisp clothing, crisp money.
Sure. A couple days ago, it was making me die laughing at home to imagine meeting Joe Biden and going, J girl. Calling Joe Biden J girl was like, I was hysterically laughing.
You were very similar. I just had Ryan Holiday, the author, on. And he's an esteemed writer. He's had like 7 best-selling books.
And I know who that is for
you
sure.
Don't need. I didn't think you did.
Yeah, no.
No.
We're gonna put that to the test when we play a game.
Can't wait. But when I saw him, I went, Rye Guy. And I thought that was so funny. Like someone who's like written 7 books. Just to call them Rye Guy.
Rye Guy. Okay.
So J, what did you
call
it?
J Girl. Isn't that funny? Joe Biden, to call Joe Biden J Girl.
Hey, J Girl. Yeah.
I think it's funny.
I know. More like J Old Woman.
Right? I mean, after last night, eek.
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 More like creek. Did we oil this guy? Did we oil this guy?
Okay, wait, but to help this caller with this car, my first thought, you remember like the level in Street Fighter?
Oh, where you break it.
Where you break a car just for like kind of no reason. It's like for like bonus points. You just
it's for
hit
bonus
a car.
Points. As if anyone is playing Street Fighter for the points.
Yeah.
I was playing Street Fighter last night. What was your score? Nobody cares. The barrel level, the car level, and if you're Blanca, you're cheating.
Blanca, baby. Wait,
were you cheating?
Who were you?
If you're just mashing, specifically on the car level,
yes,
you could just mash jab and hit electrocute it.
Yeah,
and you could do it in 5 seconds.
Really?
You're cheating.
My sister cheated by being E Honda, and she would do the thing where no. He does like a jump move where he like kind of like a little airplane. He like body slams.
Yeah, no, I know the move.
And if you just keep tapping it,
yeah.
It locks your character. You can't do anything, so you can just keep doing it
when she was fighting you.
Yes, And she would
Cheap.
do it, and I would scream and I would cry.
Yeah, that's like a crouching roundhouse Zangief. Those who know.
I love your breadth of knowledge here.
We've slipped into an area.
Who's your character?
of my expertise?
Also, Zangief for me was like an early, very confusing
bear.
experience. Yeah.
He's been attacked by bears. He's got scars all over his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked good. Zangief.
The closest I came to being gay was Talented Mr. Ripley, if it's appropriate to say that.
Oh.
I find that movie deeply erotic.
Erotic.
You know what I mean? It might not
Yes.
be my gender preference, but I'm like,
Sure.
this is fucking hot.
But look, a rich guy who's kind of crazy, who's not sexually intimidated by that.
Facts. And also, you know what it is like it's touching on the erotic, meaning
Yeah.
we all kind of feel like a Ripley, and we all know the beautiful Jude Law who has the
Yes.
life, and he's in the tub, and you're just like, so it's got like it's hot.
Yeah.
And they're also beautiful bodies. It's not my pref, but
Sure.
come on, wake up, people.
Isn't it amazing the way movies used to look? I watched that movie like recently, and
know.
it just looks
The
so
opening?
different.
We just watched it recently too. Are you watching the new one on Netflix?
Is there a new one?
Yeah, they remade it with the guy who's wonderful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. I'll check it out.
It's not as erotic though. In fact, I'm going to say it's not erotic, which is
mean,
sort of a bummer.
Matt Damon at that time specifically. Ouch him, I gouge
He
ya.
smiles like this,
Yes, he does.
and goddamn.
I'm having a thing right now for you know how trad wives are popular?
What's that?
It's like a woman who wants to like be of the home, and they're on Instagram and they're kind of trolling other women by being like, it sort of is maybe like a reverse feminist kind of thing. They're
I've
like,
seen
we
some of
should
that.
be at home.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, but we should be at home.
I think that's my
funny to
understanding of what
me.
trad wives are. I could
Yeah.
be wrong, but I think that's
No,
the
I've
gist
seen
of
some
it.
posts like that where it's like, I can't open these pickles. Like I can't. Like it's like
Yeah.
sort of like Stockholm syndrome.
It's something.
You know what I mean? It's like you're so in that you're like,
Yes.
this is good.
This is good. But there is
I
a
don't know.
version. They have not really been coined yet. But perverts like me on the cutting edge,
Peeves.
yeah, are watching what I would call trad husbands. And I think in that movie, Matt Damon in Talented Mr. Ripley, I think is one of the early trad husbands vibe.
I feel this.
He's just like a square. He's just
Yeah.
so square.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
something
yeah.
about that is just like,
It reminds me of being an adolescent, that yearning for acceptance, and sex is merged with that. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is a different show. Here's what you should do.
for the car alarm.
What you need to do is you need to get out there. You need to break the car. Break the car, beautiful car. Break it up. Break it up. Break the window. That's the only way. These people,
Now do Biden.
these people, what only? That's the wrong move.
All right. So he can do one impression.
Oh, you asked me to do an impression that I didn't prepare or have.
Sorry, I just had it was
loved
so there. It
There's
was
your
right
clip.
there.
There's your clip. That's your clip. The one impression clip. Come watch the show. I don't know what to do because I'm shocked that she left a note and it didn't work. I actually am kind of in a
know.
Trump energy where I'm like, you tried a note. Now it's time to get a guy. Get a crooked guy. I know a guy. Get him
Yeah.
in there and clip it. Clip it. You got to cut it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean,
Google how do you disable a car alarm and do that to the car. By the way, for legal reasons, I have to say I'm joking, but
yeah.
for legal reasons, don't do that. But
yeah, I mean, leaving a note essentially is all you can do.
and at that point, and if they're still, it's going off every 4 hours.
Yeah. Enough to call a podcast about it.
That's a lot.
He's calling a podcast to keep from calling the cops.
That was a boy.
Oh, no, that was a woman.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't care, but I just like to.
No.
I don't care.
Hey, who cares?
Who cares?
I don't care about any one person who isn't me. And I'll say that.
Has Trump claimed that the transgender? You know how he always says like blacks love me, like
Oh, last night it was a lot of that.
Has he ever been like the transgender people? They love me. They
I
hate.
don't
They
know.
hate you, Joe.
He
Has
had a
claimed
moment
that?
where he was like wearing a rainbow flag and he was saying the LGBT love me, I think.
Oh, he did.
I think so, but I
that's on brand.
I doubt that he would ever on camera say the trans love me.
But he'll say T.
He might say T as part of a
So we're almost there.
'Cause,
Does he?
you know.
Do you he thinks it means Trump though?
yeah.
The lesbian, the lavish, the gauche,
Yeah.
and the Trump.
Completely.
LG. Oh, I forgot B. Billionaire. Lavish, gauche, billionaire.
Perfect.
Trump, community plus. Plus means more money. Lavish, gauche, billionaire, Trumps.
Oh man. Okay, should we play a game?
Yeah.
I
Sorry
wanna
we
play
couldn't
a
solve your
game.
problem, but for real, maybe give it a Google. Is it a clip? You know, in movies, they're always clipping break lines.
Oh.
Maybe clip the thing.
I mean, definitely don't do that. But you gotta figure something out.
No, definitely don't do that. But I know they sell, because I've seen them,
Here's what I'm thinking.
cards that say car alarms are no longer alarming. And they're like condescending notes that you can buy on Amazon.
Yeah.
And like, so it's a little more depersonalized. It's like, look, so many people feel this way. You can buy like a pre-made car.
Yeah.
And I remember the first line is car alarms are no longer alarming.
Wow.
Facts.
Okay, the one thing I'm thinking of is like what is a version of like non-destructive vandalism?
Like a pie?
Vandalize the car in a way that is not permanent but is annoying.
Shaving cream.
Shaving, but does shaving cream like have a weird effect with like the sun and paint? Like,
Yeah.
do some Googling, find out what is a completely like
but
non-destructive vandalization,
I'm worried they're
and
gonna know it
vandalize the
was
car.
you.
No, but it's leave the note and vandalize. Like you have to like, do you know what I mean? Like
No,
it's gonna be cathartic
Don't
for
nod.
you. No, it's going to be cathartic for you to vandalize the car, and B, it's going to let them know how serious this is. Like if there's a note on the car, they might just be like, "Oh, you're annoying, you're a freak, you're a type A." If you vandalize the car, I almost can guarantee you'll never hear that car alarm again.
I just want to try Biden again. How do you do Biden?
Hey, you
That was good.
yeah, you kind of start there.
At one point, he went, "That's the wrong move."
Yes, that's great.
And he tried to sound like Clint Eastwood.
I guess malarkey is probably malarkey.
It's malarkey.
Yeah,
I was like, can we get anyone?
I know it's really. I saw some memes about like Hillary running to the stage, and like that could be exciting. Who knows?
Come on.
Like it's all bad. Like
Do you
it's all
think
bad.
Hillary's going to go in?
I don't know, but people are talking about maybe someone should step in. Like, I mean, at home I was sitting in my little kitchen going, Bernie, please, Bernie. But like everyone hates him. Like it's like it can't.
People
work.
hate Bernie?
Like not my parents, but like people's parents hate Bernie.
Not your cool ass parents.
Not them. Not them.
Not like this.
Okay, let's play a game.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's play a game.
Not like this.
Who should step in for Biden? That's the game.
Your mom.
I think she would.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do a great job. She would actually. I think she'd be really not fit for that job.
Unfit to serve.
Unfit to serve. Okay. Not only am I a bad listener, I also never know who anyone's talking about ever.
Oh.
So this is a game we're gonna play called Sorry Who.
Oh.
And I'm gonna name roughly 10 celebrities, influential figures, and we're gonna see how many of them you can correctly identify.
You're going to see that you're much better at this than I am.
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. It's only a quiz of you. It's not a quiz of me.
I understand.
I'm gonna quiz you.
But at the end, you're going to feel better about your general knowledge.
Okay, maybe so.
I will shock you. Sorry I was late, by the way. I thought this podcast was called Sorry When.
I think you're going to be good at this. You seem like you have a head full of facts.
If it's Joseph Campbell.
That's one of them. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who Jake Paul is or Logan Paul. I don't know the difference.
Here's the thing. It's all over the map. I like to diversify.
Okay.
It's really all over the map. So it
Okay.
kind of just gives a picture of what's going on in your head.
No disrespect then. I the subtle, low
Yeah.
expectations. I think
If you
you're gonna
don't know
do
who
great.
it is, you can say sorry who. You
Okay.
can guess. And at the end, for everyone that you get wrong, there are no consequences.
I like that.
A merciful game. Okay, here we go. This is Sorry Who with Pete Holmes.
A merciful game.
Okay. Author of The Catcher in the Rye.
J.D. Salinger.
That's correct. I know that, but I would have gotten it wrong.
I almost said Holden Caulfield.
Is that the character?
That's what
from
came
it?
up first. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Founder of The Honest Company.
I know it's not Gwyneth Paltrow because that's Goop.
But you're close. You're
Really?
close. Keep going. Like
Honest?
you're right there.
It's not Jennifer Aniston.
It's not.
Reese Witherspoon.
No, it is Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba.
You were incorrect on that one. Okay. The second president of the United States.
Yeah, I just was ranting about this on stage where I was like, it goes George Washington, Abe Lincoln, Kennedy, Reagan, Clinton, George W., Obama.
That's a
how
great
it goes.
bit.
That's
That's a
how it
great
is.
bit. Yes.
When you tell me Abraham Lincoln was the 5th president, which
Yes.
someone did, I'm like, what are you, nuts? I think the second was, it can't be Jackson.
That is everyone's first guess. It is
Yeah.
not. No one has gotten this right. The drop off between everyone knowing who the first one is.
John
and no one-
Adams.
Yes, bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
You got it.
You know why I
you
guessed
didn't
John
get. You don't get
Adams?
the point, but you did get it.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't need
Because
it.
it's Paul Giamatti. Okay, he can do two. He can do two.
Jared Goldstein. God damn it. That was okay.
Okay, here we go. Singer Faith Hill's husband.
No.
It's Tim McGraw. Taylor Swift's first single.
No.
It's Tim McGraw.
Hmm?
That was the name of her first song.
What fun.
Look, some of these are for me. We have.
I
fun
was just
here.
going to say, what fun for those who knew.
Yeah. Okay. Plays Harry in When Harry Met Sally.
Billy Crystal.
Correct. The Duchess of Sussex.
The Duchess of Sussex. Well, I watched The Crown.
Okay.
So the Duke of Sussex was Prince Charles? Don't tell me. So
Couldn't if I
I'm going
wanted
to
to.
say Princess Diana.
It's Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle. At least
Okay.
I said somebody that was at one point in the royal family.
Yeah, sure.
Meghan Markle. Sounds like something you'd say if you were drowning.
Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Oh, like
It's
it's
like-
bubbling out of your
Marco.
throat.
It sounds like you
Marco.
lost playing Marco Polo. Marco.
It sounds like you're losing. Sorry, what? I'll say that.
I definitely.
I mean, sorry, who?
Sorry, who?
Okay, director of Jurassic Park.
Steven Spielberg.
Correct. The Duke of York.
The Duke of York. Timothy Chalamet.
That's a really good guess. It's Prince Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know. The royal family.
And our final.
No, I want to keep going. All right.
I'll think of more, but here's the last one on this card. The late host of 2020.
Barbara Walters.
Yes. I used to
I
watch
feel
it
like
every
this-
Friday night with my mom.
This game should be called "Tell Me You're in Your 40s" without telling me you're in your 40s. Because the ones I knew were like, sorry, 60 Minutes correspondent.
But maybe
Like,
maybe we'll call it "Tell Me Your Age" without telling me your age, because everyone kind of outs
nice.
themselves
Yeah,
in their own
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like Taylor Swift now,
sure.
but I didn't know that was country Taylor Swift.
That was.
Yeah, that was Cracker Barrel.
I kind of prefer country Taylor Swift.
You like country
I
Swift?
loved it.
I don't know country Swift.
I love a country woman.
She's not Louisville slugger to both headlights.
No, that's Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underpants.
Carrie, yeah. No, Taylor Swift country is like teardrops on my guitar. The only one who got me wishing on a wishing star. He's the song in the car. Keep on singing, don't know why I do.
My gay porn star name, Harry Underwood.
Harry Underwood. I love it.
Is it okay?
That's great. My drag name, Rinzi Rohan.
Oh my God. You saw on my face going, can he make that joke? And I'm like, yeah, no, it checked out. And then I'm like, oh, then I can
mean,
laugh.
yeah.
Rinzi Rohan is very Riders of Rohan, too, for the Lord of the Rings fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just an area called Rohan.
Oh, okay.
To the Riders of Rohan.
Yeah. So that
I would have been disappointed if you got a Riders of Rohan reference.
I didn't.
Valerie, my wife, has a very good pheromones, I think is like her.
Oh, that is a real drag queen. Though.
Is that pheromones?
Yeah, but that is, good for her.
Fuck.
Yeah.
She had a good drag name the other day. I can't remember.
I have another one too. It's Beverly Center.
That one I know because that's in your act.
Yes.
Baked in forever. Hear a joke once.
Here it is.
Hear
I
a
started
joke.
telling the other drag name. Oh. Sorry. Okay, for those
100%
listening and not
JK.
watching, Pete Holmes just put his hand in my face. Pete Holmes just put his hand in my
I
face.
jokingly pretended like I really needed to sing. So that's what really happened. You be the judge.
You be the judge. Okay, and let's be the call receiver and play
Okay.
one more call.
Hi, Jared. I live alone in an apartment, and it's a split duplex, and my neighbor is a probably 75-year-old woman who we live in really close quarters. Our walls are really thin.
So
We're
hot.
basically roommates, and every time we see each other, we have a really nice conversation, and that kind of goes on. We like hang out on the porch, and I've often thought that it might be fun to sort of take our fun little friendship to the next level and say, would you ever want to go out for coffee or get breakfast or something?
I'm sorry.
She
Do you want to
is
pause
not
it?
a lonely lady, but I do think
I'm just gonna say, my heart is filled with golden light. I thought he was gonna
Yeah.
be like, and she watches TV with the hearing aid off, or like she's always cooking sardines.
No, he's trying to smash.
You can't smash something that's been pre-smashed by time.
Okay, let's hear the end of it.
anybody who's older and isn't living with family could use some time to hang out, and I probably could have a good time getting to know her too. But I think what's holding me back is worried that if I cross that boundary, then maybe I won't be able to go back or something like that, and
Oh
I'll
my
feel
God.
obligated to hang out with her or something like that. Basically, my question is,
I know
do
what
you
you're
think
feeling.
that I should hang out with this cool older lady? She's amazing. She has great fashion sense. She used to work at Lawson's. She does ceramics. She's very stylish. And
Do you
she's
know this person
Mexican,
too?
and
I
I really
don't.
want to learn Spanish, so maybe I could even practice my Spanish with her. So let me know what you think of all that.
Okay.
Thanks very much. Bye.
My first thought is she may not like your ass. So don't worry about it going so well. She's going to be constantly calling you.
Or culo?
Honestly, that was a long-winded, that was a little boring.
You thought it was a flex?
That voicemail, I would say that's not the most dynamic, interesting, engaging voicemail I've ever heard in my life.
We had different experiences.
And it sounds like this woman has a lot going on. Sounds like you may be done. You're calling it on a podcast. Sounds like you got some free time.
Don't make fun of the people who call
I
it
know,
the
right?
lifeblood.
I just attack the people who
the lifeblood.
literally. If you do not dial 516-900-4619, I have nothing. I need you and I love you. And when I make fun of that person, that's not gonna happen to you.
Won't happen to
That's
you.
not you.
Can I
That's
say,
that guy.
please provide your Venmo because I want to send you both on a romantic weekend?
Yes.
Not even romantic, because I feel like this guy might have just wanted to share that he's having a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
Like he just wants to take an older lady who's living alone out.
And can I
It's
say,
very sweet.
as someone who is a friend to my old lady neighbor,
Ooh.
hangs out and stuff, I also ghost her ass.
You mean after you hung over? Yeah.
I'll help her with her groceries. I'll sit on her couch and she'll talk for a long time. We'll kind of hang, and then
For a really long time.
I mean, yeah. This is what this is. And it's sweet and it's lovely and it feels good and it's like a mutually beneficial relationship. And I think it's an important relationship. I think it's good to have diversity of all kinds in your life, even age. But then also sometimes I'm like, not now, babe. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
I will ice her if I
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
So just do that if you have to.
Yeah, find out which side has cataracts and pass her on that side. I think it's beautiful. I think you should absolutely do it. And don't worry, you're just overthinking.
Yeah.
You're having a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And I think you should go with it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be as like getting a coffee. This woman is from a different time.
I know. Coffee might kill her.
Well, that's true. But she's also like, sounds like a younger person. You probably think it's weird to go out for coffee. This woman would be like, that's nothing. Sure, I'd go for coffee with Hitler. Did I go too far?
Honestly, I did kind of tune out and I was reading the ingredients.
Yeah.
And then I heard Hitler and I just kind of whipped over.
I'm going to tell you, do you think I would have said Hitler
I
if
assume you were
felt
denouncing
like
Hitler, right?
If I felt like you were engaged, I wouldn't have said Hitler. That was just to rope the host back into their own show.
Yeah. Look, this is it's not a bit. I am not great at listening. I am easily distracted.
No. That's why you're so great on my pod. I tend to do really well with the other. We're both birdshot You know any shotgun stuff?
No.
Me neither. I got it from a Dave Chappelle bit.
Oh,
But
okay.
There's buckshot, which will kill you, and birdshot is like a scatter of beads.
Yes.
That's why Dick Cheney got hit with birdshot. He didn't die.
Oh.
So birdshot is to hit a bird. And so you don't need as much force to take it down. It's really scattered.
So it's like you can miss a little bit.
We're
and
both
still
birdshot.
We're birdshot.
Some people are buckshot. Like you shoot a wall with a buckshot, it's like a hole.
Yes.
Shoot a bird, it's just like it looks like.
The way our thoughts work?
Scattered and all over the place.
Scattered,
And some
okay.
people like that and some people hate it. But when two of them get together, it can be
We're birdshot.
magic. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Because I went left hand.
That's okay.
I wanted more of like a swing set.
This is a Hollywood handshake, so you can both keep open to the camera.
And keep looking at your phone.
Yeah, hang out with your neighbor.
Go out.
It's gonna be great. And sometimes it might get boring or annoying, and that's okay. That's normal.
Yeah.
That happens with people of all ages.
¿Quieres vaya conmigo a café?
Yes. Sí.
Perfecto. Tengo medio porque yo no sé si quieres venga conmigo,
Yes. There you go.
pero ¿quieres?
Yes.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
You
Magnifico.
don't assume she wants to hang out with you.
Yeah, and don't ask in Spanish. That's awkward because my daughter loves speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
She's obsessed with Spanish. And whenever we see anyone who appears to speak Spanish,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, she kind of launches.
She'll go, hello, hola. And I'm like,
They're like,
I
I'm Filipino.
can't
He's like, I'm Joe Coy.
I'm Joe Coy. You know that's happened?
No, soy Joe Coy.
Soy Joe Coy. Soy Joe Coy. His new spash.
That's a new spash.
Joe Coy, man.
Come on.
Remember when people gave Joe Coy the runaround because he told a joke and like what? Remember?
We're people, the runaround, it's being given, it's being gotten.
Yeah, but it's so over. Like it seemed so dumb at the time. Like he told a joke, it wasn't a great joke, and it cut to Taylor Swift, and suddenly that was a viral moment. That seemed really dumb to me.
I know the whole making everything a viral moment right away is like, I know we're there now, and
We're
that's
there.
what life is like.
That's
but
what it is.
Once in a while, I do just kind of go, I wish we
right.
would stop doing that.
I
Like watching the debate last night, I just kept like my own brain was like memifying
Of
every
course.
moment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh.
I was already doing the bad lip reading. You ever watch bad lip reading?
Wait, is it? Oh, yes, I have, and it's really fun. But I also like watching good lip reading. There's a woman on TikTok who is like deaf and lip reads, and she like lip reads all these like celebrity interactions, like usually like at award shows when they're like on camera but they're away, and it's really interesting. It's not like she's not like blowing
she's
the lid off
spying on
anything,
them.
but like
Little bit of a
she
spy.
is sort of, yeah, it's really cool. You're like, oh my God, that is,
Fun.
I bet that is what she's saying. 100%
Oh
that's what she's saying. It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Okay, let's take another voicemail.
Oh wow.
Third and final.
TAF.
Hi, I have a question for you that I've had a hard time trying to figure out for a while now. I have a mutual friend, not really my friend, but everyone I hang out with's friend, and I don't like them.
Nice.
They have introduced themselves to me every single time they come in a room,
You forgettable.
and I think at this point we've met 300 times.
It's on you.
They also, won't look me in the eye every time we handshake.
You a
They
creep.
look the opposite way.
You smell.
And I don't know what to do.
Shower.
Do I just bite my tongue and keep hanging out with them? Do I tell my friend group I don't want to? Please help.
Oh, don't say please help so sweetly and vulnerably and make me regret all of my riffs. Those were 100% JKs. Well, it sounds like maybe there's a pinch of narcissism.
Okay.
in this person, just a pinch.
All right.
Let's not go-
But haven't you been there? And maybe I'm
no.
a narcissist.
No,
but-
no.
Yeah.
This is taking one to knowing one.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I know there are people that I introduce myself
Sometimes you just
to
meet someone who sucks.
1,000 times.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's a you thing.
You mean from his perspective, this guy sucks?
Yeah,
Or
from
you
his
think-
perspective, he's
Yeah.
like, I met, like, my friends are friends with this person who sucks, and I have to kind of just, like, roll with it, I guess. But every
Yeah.
time we interact, it sucks. I mean, I've certainly had that experience before.
Here's
and
this-
I was proven so right. It was amazing.
Eventually, everyone came to your side.
Oh my God. Like but also here's what, and this is the beautiful journey of life.
This is the beautiful journey of life. This is what it is.
This is what it is.
You need to go up to that guy. You say, I've introduced myself to you 5,000 times. My name is Donald Trump. I am the
Needs no
president.
introduction.
I
At this
need
point,
no
Donald
introduction.
J. Trump.
I'm a cartoon. I have a orange circle on my face. Beautiful. Look like Cirque du Soleil. Keep going.
But what happened
Don't let
was
me stop you.
I ended up liking the person because like with time I gave up hating them. I learned some things about them that endeared me to them. Specifically that when I met them they were closeted. And that's for me. I go, oh, when I was closeted, I was really weird around gay guys too, because like you like it's there's a threatening thing of
There
like
might
you're
be
gonna
something
see me.
in this guy that incites something in that guy.
There must be. There must. Oh, 100%. When
Yeah.
you meet someone and they inexplicably don't like you,
Yeah.
it is always 100%. You are reminding them of someone.
Yeah,
that they
deep
hate.
impersonal stuff. So 2 solutions. One, you need to let this person save your life. Now you'll love them. So manufacture a situation.
Lisa Traeger has an incredible joke about that.
Really?
Do you happen to know?
No.
It's so funny.
So let them save your life. 2, here's the long-term solution. I bet you're in your 20s. Here's what you do. Your beloved friend group and this one outlying person and you're all kind of rocking around. It's kind of like the show Friends, and it's all groovy and it's cool.
Ooh, tell me more.
Just wait. This is my plan. Wait. Here's what's going to happen. People are going to get different jobs. They're going to move away. People are going to get married. They're going to pair off. You're never going to see them again. Some of them are going to have kids. You'll never talk to them again. Problem solved.
The
10
problem
years.
will solve itself.
You have done nothing. Your tight boy Jeremy that you rock the Xbox with.
Yeah.
Bye. He's got 2
Bye.
kids. You're about to find out how little you mean to him.
Oh my God. Wait, you know what's kind of crazy? I have a friend named Jeremy who has 2 kids.
Well,
This is suddenly talk about projecting onto someone else. I'm now going,
did
what are
you-
you saying to me?
did you lose somebody maybe on your father's side in water? I'm just kidding. What if you did though?
I know. I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
I know, it's fun.
I once, my father's family dragged me on a tube from a boat and I fell in the water and it hurt a lot. And then they made fun of me relentlessly about it.
I don't like that. But
I don't like
probably, probably cemented some of your personality, and we like that.
Oh, it fully did.
Yeah.
And also they got my ass good. And to be made fun of by, I was like 14 and my cousin was like 10, to be like kind of accurately and well roasted by a 10-year-old it hurt. So I was afraid of the water. So then what they would
No.
do was shake a water bottle at me.
Cunts.
I know. But in the moment, I also knew I was like, this is a solid bit, but this is hurting me. This is hurting me so deeply.
Rinsey Rohan.
Yeah.
As I live and breathe.
Yeah.
The water is fucked up, man.
It's so scary.
Yeah, and at that speed, it's just cement. But
This is maybe at this point, this will be an official game on the podcast. Imagine this.
Imagine it.
Really embody and imagine what it would actually feel like to be bitten by a shark and dragged under. Just put your body into it, into all the sensations.
Yeah.
Isn't it horrifying? Because I'm curious where you go. Just explain it to me, and then I'll explain to you my version of it. What does it feel like? Explain it in great detail, in great white detail. And that is stand-up comedy.
This is kind of a synchronicity because I was just hearing about, in Ryan Holiday's book, a story about some guys that got eaten by sharks. Anyway, I am floating in the waters cold and I'm scared, and it comes from below. And the first thing that happens is there's a push of water. So before the shark, you feel the momentum of the water that the shark is displacing in front of it. So we're talking about a half second, but the water arrives first. Doesn't it sound like I've been bitten by a shark?
But this is the thing. Everyone's brain, like that's how powerful the human brain is. Like we can do it. You can
crazy.
get there.
I know.
Keep going. It's not just when you're jerking off. You can think about horrifying stuff too.
That's true, but like thinking of a lemon and you salivate,
Yes.
Yeah, and jerking off. Those are the
Okay,
only
so
two.
I didn't even think about that. I had a different first thought, and that's why I'm glad you're going first.
What?
Okay.
Okay, so the swoosh.
You feel the
So
swoosh
there's
of
like
the
a
water.
and that hits you first, and it's colder because it's from deeper. He brought it with him.
And the shark is a guy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, that's valid. That would happen half the time.
And then what sucks is I think I'm getting grazed by the nose as the mouth is opening. So my foot is kind of getting pushed by the nose. So there's like a smooth.
Oh my God.
There's a smooth. So the nose is opening on my foot. And then this sucks. Because like for the brief second where you're like, oh, it's just cold water from
that feeling
below,
when.
and kind of a nose push on my foot. Now he's got me clean, but on the half. He's got one of my legs, and there's so many teeth. So now the headline is only sharp,
Yeah.
and pierce. And I kind of like, I really can't get in touch with the part of me that like being shredded like papier-mâché.
Yeah.
Like I'm being like torn, but I'm in shock. So it's very numb, but also like very, and now it's like, rah. And now we're under. So I'm, why are you making me do this?
Because I want to
And
know.
I'm choking, and my own blood is like murking up my sight. And it's now released me, and I've gone out a little bit so I can get a fresh chomp on my torso. So it started with a one leg pull down, and then I'm blinded by my own blood. It lets me go. I turn out, and then it side chomps me here. I'm dead at that point.
From blood loss? I think you're still alive.
You think I'm still alive? I think because I screamed when he bit me, so I don't have any air. He
Like a
pulls me
bitch.
air like a bitch, and I'm dragged down like a bitch. And because like a bitch, I have no air because I screamed.
Oh.
I drown pretty quickly. Like you have no air. Your lungs are filled with water and your own blood, and it's chomping you. And
I think you have
I'm dead.
it.
I think I'm dead.
I think you're dead.
If I'm not dead,
You're so gone.
Yeah. Who, by the way, the shock thing, do we know that that's real?
I think it's
Yeah.
real. I
Yeah,
think it's
it's real.
100% real. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's I'll give it to you quick.
Yeah.
So my thing, it's kind of similar, but it has some key differences. So for me, my first experience is of that sort of confusion, that sort of sensation is happening, and I'm confused. It's happening. I'm reacting to it too late. So what's happening?
That's good storytelling. It's already happened, but you haven't reacted to it.
Yes, it's like if you ever
that.
like been hit by something or something falls on you, it's like part of the
A+.
experience is
That's
that
great.
you're late to it. It already happened.
What are you, Hemingway? That's great.
Yeah.
It's all the first line of this horrible book is, by the time I react, it already was too late. Or it's already happened.
started without me.
Yeah, you're always the last to know.
You're the last to know.
Yeah.
So
reality is way ahead of you.
Oh yes.
You've been chomped.
It's humiliating. And it's a shock thing. So what I imagine is you would simply feel a great pressure on your legs because the shark is coming up and is biting your legs. But I don't think you are aware of teeth and sharp and piercing. I think all you feel is an unexplained, great and sudden pressure on your legs. And then you are pulled under, but not straight down because sharks aren't going in reverse. You're being pulled to the side and then down.
Oh,
so another
nice.
part of the experience,
like a movie.
for me, another part of the experience for me is like the kind of gurgling of the water as you're pulled from the side down in. So when like your one ear is wet, one's not, and there's kind of an experience.
You're gonna get, if you survive, you have swimmer's ear.
Yeah.
And that's
the
top
first
of the
problem is you have swimmers here now.
There's a lot of like parallels here in both of our descriptions. Steve Byrne has this joke about when a semi truck goes by you, like if you're changing your tire on the highway, and he goes, the semi truck goes by you, and then for some reason it's like 5 seconds later you get the air.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Those details about how physics works. That's what makes your question not just a horror, although I'm sure it is.
Yes.
For most of us. It's also interesting. What would it actually be like? I take some hope. I think there's a grand design. Even you could leave God or anything like that out of it and just say, isn't it a marvel that the human body has a protocol?
Yeah.
Like we have FEMA and all these things. Like the earth has its own like emergency response systems that we've made. Your body also has like Well, we're fucked.
I'm not really here.
Yeah.
I'm not really here.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
This is inevitable. Shut it down. And then if he let you go and you're still alive, someone else in your brain would mash the big red button, flood you with adrenaline.
Yes.
Superhuman. And now you're swimming super fast, even though most of you're leaving it behind.
And that's that.
And that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, shark attack's got to be one of the worst ones.
There's so, I mean, I think every way of, I just bought a new car and I had to go get like a pre-sale inspection. And what they do is they lift the car off the ground so they can check underneath the car.
Yeah.
So you get to see the underbelly of a car, which you hardly ever get to see. It's very exciting. You're like, oh, wow. And for 1 second, he wanted me to come look at something under the car. And as soon as I stepped under the car, my mind just went, the car's going to fall on you. The car's going to fall on you. The car's going to fall on both of you.
Yeah.
And the human mind. Like,
I
think every
would've done
single
the same
way
thing,
a person can die is horrific. There's so few ways you can die in your sleep passively, or you can be like, I think maybe shot directly in the back of the head without knowing it's coming. Like, there's very few ways to die
We're
peacefully.
similar. Yeah, that's I go back and forth. Dying suddenly and painlessly.
Yeah. The dream.
Piano falls. Is it though? Because sorry. But there's this, I believe it's a Chinese Zen thing where they go, love and death are the two gifts that most people leave unopened. Here's a little of the other side of me.
Okay.
I'm out here doing my dumb bits. But anyway, I like this quote. So death is a gift, like the experience of death. There's nothing else quite like it, and it's uniquely human. And there is potentially, how could I know, but there seems to be something that the traditions before us point to that's to be gained from the shedding, the surrendering and the releasing, and you're sort of left naked. Yeah, I mean that metaphorically, naked and just kind of clear, and then you die. There's a chance to do that. So I'm like, do you go for? It's very similar to when my wife was pregnant. She was like, do I go for the natural childbirth or do I get the epidural? Oh. Epidural, I'm not, by the way, epidural is still a fucking nightmare. But if there was a really, really easy way to get a baby out of you, or the natural way, it's very similar with death. It's like, do I want to back of the head and I'm gone, or do I want to experience it?
Epidural.
Yeah, I know. We all think we're going to go natural childbirth, and then that first contraction hits. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I simply don't. But I have.
Yeah, neither do I. But I
have had an epidural though.
Nice.
But it was like fine. But also I had a very different kind. But it was a big needle. I didn't look at the needle, but it went into my spine. And
why?
Pain, like nerve pain. Like I have it's called a radiculopathy. Where isn't that so funny? It's called that. It's called a radiculopathy. Yeah. It's where the hole where where the nerves come out of your spine is getting smaller because everything's kind of crushing together as you get older.
Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't that where the Avatar animals put their tail
in? They plug in. Yeah. Talk about radiculopathy.
You have, I don't know, radiculopathy. Your copay is $7,000.
When he told me that, I felt like I was on a Crashing style HBO.
Yeah.
Kind of like dramedy.
A dramedy. It's a very dry joke.
It's completely, yeah.
It's perfect.
You're in a gown being told you have a radiculopathy.
And the punchline is just this.
Literally. I'm kind of mugging to I'm suddenly aware of the camera.
I can see Lena doing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? That wasn't bad.
That wasn't bad.
It evokes something of her.
We did it. We helped 3 people.
Yeah. Maybe try to talk to that person in person.
Yeah. For
the car. 2, ask that old lady.
We actually didn't help the last person.
3, no, I did. Time will solve this problem. Time will solve the problem.
Yeah.
Or, I am sort of like, it doesn't seem like that big of a problem. This person, you might end up liking them.
I have something to say.
Hit it.
If you feel this way, I guarantee you other people in your friend group do as well. And it's going to be so fun and bonding to have a shared enemy to gossip. Like, this friend is actually giving you such a
Jared,
gift. It's like,
what a gift.
Oh my God.
You've done it.
That's what it is.
If you and I hated Mo.
Yes.
And we don't know. And we didn't know that we both hate Mo. And when
we figure it out.
And this is what comedians do better than anybody because it's our coping. Being funny is how we cope with reality. And all these callers, by the way, I relate hard to all three of them.
Yes.
Because they're highly sensitive persons. I'm saying that as a highly sensitive person and as a PTSD kind of trauma person. I relate to everybody, what everybody said. And humor is such an ally, especially in this third one, where you just send out a feeler.
Yeah.
Someone's going like, well, Jake's going to be here. And you're like, oh, good. Just start with that and see, you know what it is? See who laughs. Don't ask if anyone doesn't like Jared. When they say Jake. When they say Jake is coming, go, oh, good. And if anyone laughs, now, okay, the first incision's been made. Let's see if we can inception a little tree and they're safe.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you have the gift of someone you both think sucks. We, not currently, but when we were in LA, we would have groups over and there was always one or two people that maybe weren't somebody's favorite.
Yeah.
Pair up and just kind of have a little fun with them.
There you
I
go.
know I'm that person to some people. I say, feast on me.
Feast.
Feast. First we feast.
And you are giving, I mean, if this... Hot Ones. You got to give it up to Hot Ones. I don't know how else to say that.
Respect.
It's such...
Hot Ones.
It's a hit for a reason.
I love it. Can I say something specifically? I think a good compliment to Hot Ones. Well, Sean is really good. Really good as a host. Good production. Good research department.
Because you think he'd be like, Hot Ones, zany. And he's actually so like muted.
Yeah, he's muted. He's perfect. Leave the spice to the wings.
Yes.
I don't mean he's not, I'm not saying he's bland, but he's not trying to be like Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
But there's all these other shows that were going for that I did them.
Yes.
And no disrespect to them, but it was like the premise was eat a hot pepper and then do an interview. So people were like on to this.
Yeah.
And then Hot Ones were like, we know how to do it.
They just figured it out.
Yeah, they figured it out.
And then also something that I just figured out in real time, like along the lines of you having a shared enemy. I was out with some friends, and one of my friends was a little bit too drunk, and my friend and I, I was a little bit drunk. My friend was not drunk at all. We kind of got to like enjoy experiencing like our friend is a little bit too drunk. And also as someone who is often that friend, I felt so relieved. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like even if like our drunk friend is kind of putting us in like precarious situations, I still feel so relaxed because I'm sitting back, knowing it's not me doing it.
It isn't me.
It's not me. So the next time I am that friend, and it'll happen, the next time I'm that friend, one way to kind of like get off the ledge the next morning is to go, you made everyone around you feel so good about themselves because they weren't you. You gave them that gift. Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, we all have a role to play.
Yeah.
Really do.
And
really
last
do.
night, mine was drunk asshole number 1.
DA1.
Yeah.
You're a DA? Drunk asshole. Good burn for a district attorney.
Oh.
I'm the DA. Yeah.
Drunk asshole. Got him.
You can't.
Got him. And then they set you free at that point.
Of course. They get the big ring of keys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The bailiff goes, you little rascal. Get out of here. Get.
Our culture would be so fun if while you're being tried for a crime, if you murder, like get one.
Oh,
no, I don't mean kill. I mean like you say one incredible joke.
Yeah.
Like Robert Durst is on the stand and he nails it. Everyone's like walking away.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry.
Those sirens are saying the podcast is over.
We're done.
Is there anything that you want to plug?
Well, just listen to my podcast. I don't know when this comes out, but listen to Jared Goldstein on my podcast. We had a delightful
This will
time.
come out soon.
Okay, well, then your episode might not be out. We're a little backlogged. Who cares?
Oh, no, but same. When do you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
But soon.
Yeah.
Soon.
Let me know. I would like this to be out when that's out.
Oh,
So
fun.
there's like a
Synergy.
Yeah, there's a synergy.
Well, it's called You Made It Weird. And PeteHolmes.com for my tour dates.
It's a great podcast, and it's a great live show.
Great live show. Pete Holmes, huge fan. Keep it crunchy. That's what I've always said.
Yeah.
You got to keep it crunchy. I look like a Cheeto. Cheetos are crunchy. I love it.
Good night.
I'm losing it.
No, you're doing great. Good night, listeners. Bye.
Bye.